Good morning everyone, Miss M here again. In this video today I'm going to be talking about the second technique I use to promote collaborative group work in my classroom, and this is called a participation quiz. I learned about this strategy at a training with Joe Bowler, and it has really helped to instill that group work structure that I'm looking for, and it helps students to really get used to the roles and use them appropriately and not just use them as kinesthetic toys or desk decorations. So the way it works is I go through the expectations I have for students, and I have a slide for them, and I posted the link to that slide under the participation quiz description on the website, and I tell them what I expect and what I'm going to be looking for. Then students get together in their groups, they pick out their roles, and what I do is I stand back and I essentially watch every single team to see how well they meet my expectations. And some of the expectations on the list include equal airtime, leaning in the center of the table, following group roles, asking each other lots of questions, things like that. And while I'm doing that, I have this clipboard where I take down notes of how each team is doing to meet my expectations. And I write down quotes students use, and these could be quotes that are positive. For example, if I'm hearing a student use a soundbite or ask a great question, or off-topic quotes. I also check off things when they're leaning in or they're staying together. So it's a really nice organizational tool that helps me keep track of how each team is doing. And here there's a table number, so I assign each group a table number. This is great, and I make a really big deal out of it. I don't pay as much attention to the actual mathematics because I really want to focus on that group work. And so all I'm really looking at is how are they doing as a group. And I tell them very intentionally that if I'm standing by a group, that doesn't mean that I'm listening to that group. It could be the group that is in the far off corner or the group behind me. I also sometimes make a big deal and I'll stand on a chair in my classroom so I can kind of peer over them, and I stand there with my clipboard taking notes. Now the most important part is to save some time at the end and publicly provide every single team some feedback. Now I don't do it in the form of a score or a grade. Instead, I share out things that I saw they were doing well and things that I felt that they needed to improve on. And from my experience, nothing gets 8th graders quieter than hearing feedback about their peers. And I share even quotes sometimes that I overheard, and these are again positive or negative. And I don't do this very often because then it'll lose its power. But anytime I switch seats or I start a new quarter, I make it a big deal that today we're going to do a participation quiz. This is a reminder that I'm looking at your group work, and I talk about expectations, and I keep track of this. This has changed my group work game and has really helped to maintain that structure that I'm looking for throughout the year, and getting students used to playing those roles. I hope that helps. And in the next video, I'm going to be talking about one more teaching strategy that I use that's a little bit different than this, that focuses more on the mathematical part, but still helps to keep that group work structure. Thanks for watching.